Hey guys, Mr. Marson here, and I am doing this tutorial video for percussionists in 5th grade. And this is going to be part of skill set 1. So skill set 1 is something I'm using to kind of mark off as a benchmark to kind of gauge ourselves what skills we know and what we don't know, and to figure out what groups of skills or what set of skills we should really be able to do by the end of the school year, whether we're in school, hopefully we'll be back soon, or if we're at home. So skill set 1 is going to be rudiments, and it's going to be maybe 3 or 4 or 5 different rudiments that we should have to be able to play under our belt, whether they be a flam or a paradiddle, or a buzz stroke, a long roll. So to start off on the easier side, we're going to be working on flams and paradiddles. That's going to be our easy level of skill set 1. If we wanted to go into a medium, we'd be also talking about 5-stroke rolls and 9-stroke rolls. And then the advanced level or the challenge level would be flamadiddles and double paradiddles and maybe 13-stroke rolls and things like that. So we're going to stick to playing flams and paradiddles. Now, you know, a flam is a combination of a dead stroke and an upstroke, or an upstroke and followed by a dead stroke. So when I do my flam, I'm starting with 1 stick height lower and 1 stick height higher. Now, I don't have my drumsticks because I didn't bring drumsticks home. So I'm going to be using my kungas and my hands, which is pretty suitable for this as well. So instead of my sticks, and you guys are going to be using sticks, I'm using my hands. Now remember, a flam is a upstroke followed by a dead stroke. So here's my flam. It's a flam. It's flam, flam. There's my flam. And that's one of our rudiments. The other rudiment that we're going to be talking about in this skill set number 1 is a paradiddle. And remember, a paradiddle is a group of 4, right? It's 4 hits on the percussion, on the snare drum. And what's great about this is that you can use this on any percussion instrument. And when we see a paradiddle, we know it's a paradiddle because it's got the accent on the first note, and it's usually a group of 1/8 notes, and that first note has the accent on it. So we want that accent with a little triangle on its side above the note means to play it a little bit louder. And the paradiddle is paradiddle or paradiddle. We're going to be using a left, right, left, left, or right, left, right, right. They're both paradiddles, and of course the accent paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. And we have our flams. Flam, 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 paradiddle, paradiddle. Now, we could do a flam into a paradiddle. So this is a flam paradiddle, or flam-a-diddle. Flam-a-diddle, 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 flam-a-diddle. So we have a flam and a paradiddle. We're going to put them together and have flam paradiddle. So this is actually 3, but that's not really their main rudiment. We're really doing the flam and the paradiddle. So we're going to be doing exercise number 87 in the Sound Innovations book. So that's this book here, Sound Innovations. It's number 87, and it's called Trap Easy Does It. Now, we're going to start right where you come in on the first measure. And if you look, notice that this measure, this song is in the meter of 3, or the time signature is 3/4, which means there's 3 beats to a measure. So it's only 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I look at the beginning of number 87 and I count it, and I don't worry about the paradiddles, I don't worry about the accents, I'm just going to look at the rhythms, the ta and the TTs, the quarter notes and the 1/8 notes. If I count it, it's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. And then it repeats. The repeat sign are the double bar lines with the 2 dots, and you repeat between the 2 dots. Now, the little grace note in front of beat 1 on almost every single measure is the flam. So instead of 1, it's 1. Flam, 2, and 3. Or 1, 2, and 3. If I add the flam, it's flam, 2, and 3. The next measure is flam, 2, and 3. Third measure, flam, 2, and 3. Now, this is the flam paradiddle in measure 4. It's flam a diddle 3, or 1 and 2 and 3. And we continue. So I'm going to play this whole thing, and I want you to work on your flams and your paradiddles. So here is number 87, Trap Easy Does It. And here's my beat. And I'm going to count myself in. I'm going to give myself 3 beats for nothing. 1, 2, 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, a diddle 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, a diddle 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, and 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, 2, and 3. Flam, a diddle 3. Flam, a diddle 3. Flam. And that is number 87. So you're going to go ahead on to line builders. Not line builders, I'm sorry. Flipgrid, and you're going to be putting this on Flipgrid for me, and hopefully if you have any questions you can also reach out on Flipgrid, and I'll look forward to hearing your flams and paradiddles. Practice.